the game going on in Green Bay. But why don't we check out some other highlights right now, TV? Let's get it going, Kurt. What do you say? Kirk Cousins, Jimmy Garoppolo. Kirk Cousins all out. 23 touchdown passes, only 2 interceptions in the game. Nice job of moving away from the pressure, finding Thielen down for a 20-yard touchdown. Good job, 14-7. Minnesota on top of the 49ers. And back on with under 30 seconds to go. Garoppolo finds Jennings on a 3-yard score. We are tied at the half. Minnesota and the San Francisco 49ers at 14 apiece. Teddy Bridgewater had to leave the football game with a lower right leg injury. Drew Lock coming inside, handing off to Javonte Williams, straight up the middle. 9-yard crashing touchdown. Bulldozed his way in. 14-7. Broncos on top of the Los Angeles Chargers. Earlier today, Leonard Fournette had 4 touchdowns in Tampa Bay's win at Indy. The Giants will. Michael Strahan and Dave Miami has now won 4 straight. Atlanta takes care of Jacksonville. Cincinnati over Pittsburgh. The Jets win at Houston. And New England has now won 6 straight games out of the number 2 seed in the AFC. Look up at them, Howie. Hey, let's look at this game right now. Green Bay hosting the Rams.
One of the fun things to watch in the first half is that chess match of play calling between Matt LaFleur and Sean McVay. If it works, do it again. Here, Rodgers on the bootleg, pump fake Jalen Ramsey. Look familiar? It should. Last year's divisional round, pump fake Leonard Floyd, touchdown again. Matt LaFleur dials it up twice. Has to feel good about that.
Howie, on top of that, Aaron Rodgers throws to Cobb on an option right coming out of the backfield. So what do they do to the other side? Stafford throws to Henderson on an option route coming out of the backfield. Same thing.
These two coaches know each other very well. They assistants coming up together in Washington. They're still very, very good friends. All right, our Verizon play of the first half from Green Bay. It is Charles Woodson, our Fox colleague, getting his Hall of Fame ring. Congratulations, Woody. Charles Woodson, the great as well. Congrats, brother. Some of you get local news right after this. Others, come on back. We got more highlights for you. Got that ass top.
Going to change that one out for the silver and black one.
This Black Friday, Verizon is doing it better. Because right now, you can get iPhone 13 Pro on us. Just bring in your older damaged phone, and we'll give you the phone everybody wants, because everyone deserves better.
Man, these fries are good.
Hey, you gotta go. Can't be late for the Big Ten Championship.
Gotta make a pit stop. See you guys at the car.
Come on, guys. All right.
What are you gonna do? Replace me? Ever since South Bend, that guy's been a... So, you ever done a pregame show?
No. Come on the road to the Big Ten Championship. Pregame coverage begins Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox, sponsored by Wendy's.
Where's your uniform?
Dude, I'm retired.
We are the first family of country music. We built a dynasty. We do what has to be done to protect the family. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, baby.
The world's first Avatar singing competition, Alter Ego, on Wednesdays on Fox.
Come alive for me. Come alive for me. Come alive for me. Come alive for me.
Aaron Rodgers' toe looks healthy to me. After we left earlier, following the live watch along reactions live right here on YouTube of the Steelers' defeat to the Cincinnati Bengals 41-10. Now we have highlights during halftime here. We had the opening drives of the LA Rams and Green Bay Packers. Both teams were able to drive. Both drives ended up stalling, and both teams punted. But it seemed like as soon as I ended the stream, be sure to go check it out as well. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. The Rams had a fumble. Green Bay was able to capitalize. Hence why I said Aaron Rodgers' broken toe is COVID toe, if you will. So they called it, which we all know that's not a thing to begin with, but just a ploy to get some eyes on the product for the article. But I'll digress. Rodgers ended up running it in to capitalize on a go-ahead touchdown to take the lead, 7-0 from a yard out. So Green Bay led 7-0 early. We'll get to the first assassin scores here in a minute. But at halftime, we sit with the Packers on top of the Rams, 20-17. America's Game of the Week on Fox with Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, along with Aaron Andrews, Christina Pink, and Tom Rinaldi on the call. In the meantime, at half, highlights from all the 1 o'clock kicks and everything ongoing. This game with Green Bay at top of LA is on, along with the Chargers and Broncos and Vikings and 49ers. Sunday Night Football still come later on tonight. It'll be the Browns and Ravens, and Monday Night Football tomorrow night, Seattle and Washington. But Rodgers had a rushing touchdown, broken toe and all. They actually ran the same play and scored on it in the NFC divisional round this past year in the playoffs as well, before the Packers, of course, lost the following weekend to the Bucks before Tampa Bay beat Kansas City in the Super Bowl. But back and forth this whole first half. Had a lot of action, a lot of points scored, to say the least. Green Bay then on the board with a field goal up 10-0 before the Rams cut it to 3 after a 79-yard passing touchdown from Matthew Stafford to Van Jefferson, who moved his way on up the field and broke a tackle there before walking in the end zone for 6. Green Bay then with another field goal. We sat at 13-7 for a little bit. The Rams ended up muffing a punt, and then, the Rams recovered a Packer muffed punt from Amari Rodgers. And one play then later, they ran a trick play, a double pass from Stafford to Cooper Kupp, and then Kupp to Jefferson again. He caught it. They rolled touchdown on the field, took a look at it, though, because it was a scoring play, overturned it, and his left foot was, in fact, out of bounds just by an inch or so. So it was incomplete, and then the Rams had to settle for a field goal, so 13-10 then at that point in time. But then moved on down the field a little bit more with both these offenses trading shots back and forth with one another, and talk about same play call being run for Green Bay. Rodgers on a rushing touchdown in the playoffs last year and today. Well, Rodgers and then Stafford to cut it to 3 once again. We sit at 20-17 at halftime. Rodgers found Randall Cobb on a screen out of the backfield, as did Matthew Stafford to Henderson, both for short passing touchdowns inside the red zone for 6. So it was 20-10 and then 20-17. And then just prior to halftime, the Packers were driving. They had to punt, but it was 4th and 4, and the Rams were offsides on a questionable call. Drive stays alive. End up punting once again, and then the Rams take a knee, and we hit the half at 20-17, with Matthew Stafford being 9 of 14 for 154 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers 15 of 24 for $199 and a touchdown as well. Both quarterbacks have been sacked, 1 time apiece as well. Darrell Henderson 9 carries, 33 yards. Sonny Michel 3 for 14. Aaron Jones 8 for 25, and A.J. Dillon has 6 carries for 18 yards as well. And then receiving, Van Jefferson, 79 of his 84 yards receiving on 2 catches, came on the touchdown. Cooper Kupp has 2 catches for 41 yards. Sonny Michel 1 for 11 out of the backfield. Darrell Henderson 2 for 10 as well. Higbee 1 for 3, and then OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., in his second Ram game, as both teams entering today coming off losses The Rams were on a bye, though, last week, so you got to go back to almost 2 weeks ago tomorrow when they lost to the 49ers on the road on Monday Night Football, as that was the first time Beckham and then Von Miller also suited up. But they really didn't have any effect against San Fran in that 49er win. But yeah, so only one catch for OBJ, 1 for 5, who, of course, after his stint with the Giants, most recently played for the Browns. They parted ways. He picked LA over the Packers and is held to 1 catch for 5 yards once again. Really, with all the stars in Hollywood, still no effect. Not a whole lot going on for him or even Von Miller once again today. So credit, of course, to Green Bay protecting Rodgers well and covering and playing good defense. And now we're about to begin the second half. Rams on to kick off. So Packers from right to left on the return. Crush television screen right in auto dial. Touchback, first attempt from 25. And once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. The thumbs up button. Share hashtag NFL, hashtag Rams, hashtag Packers. Chat questions, comments, super chat, super stickers. Always greatly appreciated as well. But as mentioned, also the Packers coming off a loss to the Vikings last week on a game-winning field goal. They lead in this playoff rematch today by 3 as we begin the second half. 20-17. Rodgers 15-24 for 199 yards passing and a touchdown. Jones 8-25 on the ground. Dillon 6 of 18 as well. Rodgers first and 10 from 25, looking to throw, going to roll out. Nice block there. That's coming back though for a penalty, and Rodgers just throws it out of bounds anyway, incomplete. Be a hold or a big block in the back. Rodgers knew it as soon as illegal blindside block on a personal foul on the offensive line. Half the distance, so to be first and long from the 12.5-yard line here for the Packers to begin the third quarter. And then Randall Cobb has 4 catches for 95 yards and a touchdown. Devontae Adams 5 for 80. And then Lazard 2 for 13. And for the most part, that's it on both sides. And then coming up shortly, we will, in fact, recap what's already happened this NFL Week 12. Sunday football, Monday Night Football, of course, still to come tomorrow night, and then preview next week when we get a chance as well. But first and 22 officially from the 12.5. Screen near side completes A.J. Dillon, who gets back out past the 20 to around the 21-yard line. Okay, is where they spot the ball. They'll have a second down and about 13 from there. But still early, still a lot of football to be played. Close game. I've been back and forth. We'll see what gives. I'm sure something will, as always. But I'm looking at turnovers. 1 apiece. And both these teams, when they win the turnover battle, they're both undefeated. So something's got to give there. Second and 14, Rodgers going to go deep down the far side. Has a man wide open, and Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And a big first down for the Packers. Go, Pack, go. First down out past the 40-yard line. And good route. Even better ball. And then a catch, pushed out of bounds right away. Clock stops. Now back rolling, 13:53 and counting to play in the third quarter. First and 10, Green Bay. Ball at the 49-yard line officially. So right there at midfield. Adams in motion near side, trips in a bunch. Handoff to Dillon for a yard. So A.J. Dillon, the go-to running back here to begin the second half. No Aaron Jones, of course. He was active to begin the game today. 8 carries, 25 yards. And then Dillon, now 7 of 19 and 3 catches, 10 yards out of the backfield. We'll see if Jones comes back in. I would think he will, unless they've rolled him out. I don't know, because of the injury. But he was out last week, active today, but Not really doing a whole lot, but it's still a whole lot of football to be played. So, you know, turnovers, penalties, they absolutely kill you. One apiece there. Turnovers split as well, it seems like, back and forth. I mean, they're calling what they're saying as penalties. If it's a penalty, okay, call. If not, don't let them play. And for the most part, they're doing an all right job today, unlike Thursday. Not on every goddamn play, 20 times for 276 yards by any means. But now 3rd and 1, handoff at the middle, 1st and 10, Green Bay. They've been able to execute on and convert on 3rd down today, even a 4th down conversion earlier. But it's been back and forth. So really, when this game comes down to it, final few minutes in the 4th quarter, what defense is going to bend but doesn't break? Who's going to make more big plays? The difference is a field goal. Mason Crosby has a few compared to the Rams only having one. But another handoff. Dillon out past 40 to 36 for 4. 2nd and 6, 11.5 to play in the 3rd quarter. So, yeah. I've watched longer actions over here on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in and listening. And we'll get back to it here and see what the hell happens. But hopefully it comes down the wire. I mean, it's been an exciting game, to say the least. Just back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. So unless they settle in and settle the hell down, it's going to be like this until it finally does. And what defense bends doesn't break, going to win this game. 2nd and 6, hard count, and then a snap and a 7-yard pass complete on the screen to Dillon for another Packer 1st down. Troy Reeder with a missed tackle, and then the Rams able to finally bring him down, but in the meantime, he got enough for a 1st down to begin with. So 1st and 10 for the Green Bay Packers. Marching on downfield to begin the 2nd half. Nice 5-minute drive. Started off with a penalty, so they went the wrong way, but now they're going the right way. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Officially from the 29. And Rodgers going to hand off. And, okay, there is 33, Aaron Jones, back in the ball game. About a yard or so for him up the middle. 2nd down and 8. And Green Bay, I'd think, unless they turn it over here, or if the Rams make a big stop and force a kick, and then, Crosby being wishy-washy, Green Bay is going to put some points on the board here. I just have a feeling. Complete to Adams, pushed out of bounds after a 6.5, maybe 7-yard gain. Be 3rd and short. And Devontae Adams takes down one of the Packers personnel on the sideline. And then the guy's hat fell off. And he picked it up and put it back on. That was pretty funny. So it's not a beanie, it's not a toboggan, it's a winter hat. It's a beanie, but yeah, give me a regular hat. Baseball cap. 3rd and 2 from the 21. Rodgers deep down the far side in the end zone, a little too much, incomplete. Intended for 83, Marquez Valdes-Scantling again, and now they'll have to settle for field goal. So here comes Crosby for 3. Yeah, they'll kick it. They won't go for it here, even though the fans want them to. You take the points here. It's still early in the 2nd half. Rodgers pissed off about that one, yelling, fuck. But, yeah. You take the points. I mean, they're going to stay out on offense. Knowing him, just try to draw him off sides. If not, call timeout, kick it. Because you go up 6-7. I mean, you're not going to be able to settle for 3 the whole entire game. Play clock winding down. We got a timeout, but who called it? This question. It looks like The Packers. No, actually, the Rams called timeout. Okay. So McVay gonna make Matt LaFleur think about it a little bit. I'd kick it. I'd take the points because you go up 6. You make a stop on defense, which you have. I mean, both these offenses, though, are looking pretty damn good and making it look easy, able to move the ball downfield and score points. You know, total of 20, or 37, excuse me, at a 3-point 20-17 lead right now. But, you know, I take the points. I kick it. I mean, if you draw them off sides, all right. And then if you score on this play. If you draw them off sides, you score later. So be it. Like, whatever the case may be, I still kick it. I take the points. But Matt LaFleur and the Packers are going to go for it. And if they get it, okay. If they don't, we'll see if this comes back and bites them. 4th and 2, trip stop your screen. Adams going to be in motion near side. So 2 top, now 2 bottom. Rodgers in the gun. Adams near side out wide by himself. And a pump fake on the screen to Aaron Jones. And they go over the middle of the tight end. And DeGuara, 81, makes a reception. Big first down conversion and a 1st and goal. So balls. Big ones. Go for it on 4th and 2 from the 21-yard line, and they convert. So now 1st and goal. When you could have kicked it and took an easy 3, but I mean, you score here now, go up 10 middle of 3rd quarter, pick up half of the 3rd to score on your opening drive, play time possession, field battle as well, to play good defense. I mean, you're going to be sitting pretty, and LA is going to have to come back and make some plays to get back in within reach. So 2nd and goal after a few yard gain up the middle. Ball officially going to be spotted at the 5.5, 6 yard line. 2nd and goal for the Green Bay Packers. Lazard going to motion near side. Adams coming as well. So once again, 2 top, 2 bottom. And Rodgers looking to throw over the middle, complete to Dillon. He walks in, touchdown Packers. 26-17, pending the upcoming extra point. It's the 3rd time that play has been run for a touchdown today. Twice by Green Bay now, and once by LA. And they celebrate with 6. Just a simple option out of the backfield in the screen game. A simple curl post for the back out of the backfield, and Rodgers hits him for 6 again. The other one was to Cobb. That to Dillon. Stafford hit Darrell Henderson, but the Packers in the meantime here, 7:18 to play in the 3rd quarter. They take up half of the quarter and march almost 90 yards because of the penalty that backed them up, and score a touchdown to extend their lead 27-17. So LA get the ball back for the first time since it's been a while. A few minutes to play in the 2nd quarter there, as they scored on that same play as well. It's mentioned 3rd time that play has been executed for 6 today. Very rarely do you see that happen in one game. So, I mean, the play calling, both these head coaches and Sean McVay and Matt LaFleur know each other. They're both young-minded offensive play callers. So it's the same play. It's like, we're just going to run this. We're going to run it. Now stop it. Credit if you can, but more power to us if you can't. So it's like Green Bay is playing chess while the Rams are playing checkers right now to, make an example out of it. But, still a good game here, but the Rams are going to have to go fast. But they're going to have to stick to their running game, not get away from it. Still a whole lot of football to be played, quarter and a half. Balance the consistency, keep it simple, and, march your way downfield. And you're right back in it if you score. Whether that's a field goal or a touchdown, you're right back in it because you're only down 10. It's not like you're down 50 with, a minute to play, and you're trying to do everything in the playbook, but at that rate, you're just lucky to walk off the field. But, yeah, 27-17, Green Bay on top of LA. And remember, the Rams just called a timeout on that drive. Remember, it's 4th and 2. They execute on another 4th down, convert, drive stays alive. They end up scoring a touchdown. Now it's a 10-point lead. We'll see if that timeout for the Rams comes back and hurts them. Because going for it on 4th and short for Green Bay didn't. They score again, and they lead by 10. So, yeah, they take up half the quarter in the process of doing so. And we'll see what LA's got when they get the ball back here in a second with Crosby on to kick off. And with the kicking game, we haven't had any missed kicks yet, and turnovers are split at 1 apiece. But it's very windy. So we'll see if, of course, factors into the second half as the night rolls on. But both these teams right now, they're playing smart. They continue to play smart. And LA's got to find a way, spark, rhythm, momentum, and get themselves back in this game, plain and simple. So 1st and 10 from the 25. And Jefferson in motion near side. Stafford going to hand off to Darrell Henderson. Nowhere for him to go. Stuffed to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. Next commercial break, we will, in fact, recap this week in the National Football League. So stay tuned. Now an empty set, 5 wide. Stafford over the middle, incomplete, 10 for Cooper Kupp. They haven't gone to him enough today, but credit once again to the Packer defense. They've been able to make some stops. They have. Neither team really has a running game. I mean, I'd say advantage, probably Green Bay stat-wise, if either of these teams do, because they have more rushing yards. But this is coming back anyway. It's incomplete. Decline it. 4th and 10, make them punt. It's going to be a hold against the Rams. Penalty came in from behind the line of scrimmage. And, yeah, holding 10 yards, penalties decline, 4th down. LA's on the punt. Yeah, Stafford had all day to throw. And as soon as he was looking to throw, yeah, there's the hold right there, and the ref saw it and threw the penalty. And that's a good call. So now 4th and 10, and the Rams on the punt. But now LA, in the meantime, will down it at the 33. Talk about the run game. Green Bay have an advantage while playing at home for 1. Crowd's going to be into it here late with a lead. You're going to have to be able to, and we'll see if they can when they need to, be able to run the football when this game's on the line with a 10-point lead right now at home. Now, if they can drive and maybe put this game out of reach right now, okay, that's better for them. But then LA is going to really have to do something then when they get the ball back. That's a very quick 3-and-out. Green Bay took up half the quarter, drove almost 90 yards, and scored a touchdown. The Rams, 3 plays, not even a minute off the clock, and a 3-and-out with a hold on the incompletion. Anyway, they decline it and they punt. So just LA's not in a good spot right now. And neither are the Chargers. They trail at Denver 14-7 early 4th quarter. Both teams would be 6-5 with a Denver win, and then both teams, of course, in the playoff hunt then as well. And then the 49ers lead the Minnesota Vikings 28-20 midway through the 3rd quarter as well. And then, of course, we sit at 27-17 with the Packers on top of the Rams. But earlier today, actually backtrack to Thursday real quick, all on Thanksgiving. Hopefully everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. Now this NFL Sunday, following the holiday on the road to Christmas, less than a month away. We had 3 games on Thanksgiving. All 3 road teams won. The Bears won a game-winning field goal. 16-14 at Detroit. The Raiders and Cowboys, between the 28 penalties, went to overtime, and the Silver and Black won, also on a game-winning field goal, 36-33. And then Buffalo, 31-6 over the New Orleans Saints on the Bayou. But then earlier today, and thank you for tuning in. If you tuned in, listen to my Steelers Bengals live watch along reactions live here on the channel. If you do not, it is on demand. Go check it out. Should be the video just prior to this. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Stay up to date, like, follow, and subscribe. The easiest way to stay up to date is, in fact, on social media. Links in the description. Scroll down, check out Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe. Red subscribe button, can't miss it. Notification bell next to it as well. Live right here on YouTube. Hopefully, tune in for more live watch along reactions live here on the YouTube channel in the near future. But earlier, the Cincinnati Bengals defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers by a final score of 41-10. Tampa, 38-31 winners on a game-winning Leonard Fournette rushing touchdown with 20 seconds to play. Miami, 33-10 win at home over Carolina. Both Tennessee and New England are now 8-4 with a Patriot win, 36-13 over the Titans. The Giants beat the Eagles 13-7. Falcons and Jets both won by the same exact score of 21-14 over the Jaguars and Texans, respectively. And then we have ongoing, of course, Chargers, Broncos, Vikings, 49ers, and this Ram-Packer matchup with Sunday Night Football still to come, being Browns, Ravens, and tomorrow night Seattle and Washington on Monday Night Football. So hopefully tune in and listen to some live watch-along reactions tomorrow night as well for the Seahawks and Skins, now known, of course, as the Washington Football Team, along with WWE Monday Night Raw as well. So back to it. 4-yard loss on the opening play of this Packer drive. 2nd and 14 from the 30. Rodgers is going to step up, dump it off. Mercedes Lewis for a yard or so. Be 3rd and long, 3rd and 12.5, 13. I'll give him a yard, maybe 2 if he's lucky enough. But 3rd down here, 5.5 to play in the 3rd. As after that opening 7.5 minute drive to take up half the 3rd quarter here, and a Green Bay touchdown. LA 3 plays and a punt. Green Bay now 3rd and long as well. So 27-17, your lead. Seems like both teams have settled in and settled the hell down for the time being. But I'll digress on that for the time being as well. Rodgers going to go deep near side. And it's going to be almost picked off and then caught. What a catch. That is a catch. They say it hit the ground, incomplete. St. Brown at the 23 comes down with it. You're going to have to see a replay, but that is a catch in live time, I think. I never saw the ball hit the ground. That is a catch. Into double coverage. Ball never hit the ground, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Got to get a different angle of it now. But it was almost picked off right there. Deflected, bobbled, caught, and that's a catch. The only tough thing about it is, of course, that was 3rd and 13. Incomplete now, 4th and 13. Green Bay on to punt. I mean, you could challenge if you want to, but I doubt they will. The tough thing about it is they called it incomplete on the field. You're going to have to find undisputed video to overturn it, and they're probably not going to have it. It'll probably stand. So better off, even with a 10-point lead, just to punt, play it safe. 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter, now under 5. Defense playing well, get the ball back eventually. Yeah, it would have been a big play, but they punt. Rams on the return. Fumble from the 20, and the Packers pick it up. So they luck out anyway on the punt return, and the Rams cough it up with a fumble. So 2-1 that margin now. Both teams undefeated when they win the turnover battle. Green Bay already with a 10-point lead. Forget about the incomplete pass, whether it was a catch or not. That's a fumble because he wasn't down. That ball is coming out. And the Packers right there to recover. So they'll have a 1st and 10, setting up shop in Ram territory. Fumble recovered by the kicking team. Green Bay Packers, 1st and 10. What a sequence of events, no doubt about it. Wow. So a tackle, and then he spun Ball's coming out. His ass might hit the ground, but the ball's coming out by that point in time. And then the Packers recover. And then now they'll have a 1st and 10 when we return with 4:47 to play in the third quarter. Where's the ball going to be at? 1st and 10 from the 33, maybe? Somewhere around there, it looks like. But if I'm Green Bay, I'm going to try to work this 4:47 off of the clock here in the third quarter, get a few first downs, run the football, and get this game into the fourth quarter like that in a fast second half, to say the least right now. And you're at home with a double-digit lead right now, but then make it 2 scores, 2.5 scores of that fact, and seal it and not look back. And then you move on, of course, to next week. And I believe Green Bay's on a bye next week. They'll get an early December bye for one of the final bye weeks of the season. But, okay, from the 27 when we return, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, the Packers next week, they'll be on a bye. And then they play the Bears 2 weeks from now on Sunday night, before they go to Baltimore the Sunday before Christmas. And then they host the Browns on Christmas. And then the Rams, they had a bye last week. Both teams coming off of a loss. LA to San Fran, and Green Bay, of course, to Minnesota. The Rams next week, at this point in time, schedule's not going to be changing by any means, but won't that be something that they just, once a week, hey, here's the schedule for this weekend, go out and play. The Rams next week, they host the Jags, so that'll be a win, you would think. And then they go to Arizona and get Seattle at home before Christmas as well. So, still a lot of football to be played today and the rest of the year, but you can't turn it over, especially on the road, and expect to win. Adams on a reception right at the first down marker. Looks to have enough for a first down. 10 yards on the reception, 1st and 10, Green Bay again. Ball at the 17-yard line now. I'd feel safe to say if they can score a touchdown, hell, even a field goal, go up 30-17, the way this game's gone, how they're playing, a little bit better than the Rams. And it must be cold because Rodgers is wearing his turtleneck. That this game's going to be over, and they'll be able to seal it here before too long. That's just with a field goal. If they score a touchdown, for sure going to be over. There's no way the Rams come back down 17 in the fourth quarter, not having done a damn thing in the third quarter, being shut out here so far, and turning the football over the way they are. So now 1st and 10 from the 15. And they'll fake the give. Rodgers looking to throw. They run a tight end screen to Mercedes Lewis near side. He fumbles it. And the Packers luckily recover. Who's going to be the next one to cough it up? Holding the ball like a loaf of bread. They punch it out from behind, and luckily Green Bay's right there to recover it, or else, of course, trading fumbles back and forth, and we're holding steady. But 2nd and 5 from the 11. Trip stop your screen. Play clock winding down. Rodgers gets the snap from the center, looking to throw in the end zone, caught and jarred loose on the hit, incomplete. 10 for Allen Lazard, 3rd down and 5 from the 11.
Things get tight down here, and Lazard knows he's going to take a big hit at the end of this play. You'd like to take the big hit and have it be a touchdown, just not able to secure it. But there's tight windows.
3rd and 5. What does Matt LaFleur have up his sleeve? He could run a draw. Settle for 3 if you want to, but hard count, maybe draw them off. No, they're not moving. Run a fade. Why don't you run a fade? Rodgers has all day to throw. Near side, back of the end zone, incomplete. A little high, intended for Lazard. 4th and 5, and here comes Mason Crosby trying to capitalize off of a Ram fumble on the punt return. So I said the Rams muffed the punt earlier. They fumble on this last punt. Earlier it was the Packers on the muffed punt. The Rams recovered. So, both teams have been able to capitalize off of turnovers because right as I left earlier with the Rodgers rushing touchdown to come, that was a Ram fumble as well. And 7, make this 10 off turnovers. Kicks up and good, 30-17 Green Bay. And the Rams also converted with the touchdown, or a field goal, off of the fumble earlier too. So 2-1 advantage turnovers to Green Bay with 10-3 being scored out of it. But if you still do the math, Green Bay's still on top, but not by 13, only up by 6 at 20-14, not 30-17. But that's where we stand right now, 30-17. Green Bay with the Rams going to get the football back. Stafford 9-16, $154 and 2 scores. Rodgers now 24-37, 279 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Also has a rushing touchdown as well. So 3 touchdowns and 3 field goals for your 30 points for the Green Bay Packers here. So if, Rodgers out on COVID again, or if Mason Crosby's missing kicks, they're getting beat. Whether they're getting shut out or not, I don't know. But it's probably similar to how they played against the Chiefs a couple weeks back. But 30-17. Green Bay on top of the LA Rams. Talk about their running game again. A.J. Dillon now 12 carries, 41 yards, and Aaron Jones 10 for 23. Henderson only has 10 carries for 33 yards. And really, I thought dropped the ball with Sonny Michel after they traded for him from New England. 3 for 14. So, still doable for the Rams to get back in this, but time's not going to be on their side in the fourth quarter if they keep it up. So I'll leave it at that, but 30-17 your score for the game here with the Packers on top. Take a look at next week in the NFL. That'll begin on Thursday with 2 of the 6 teams that played this past week and 2 of the 3 teams that also lost, minus the Lions. It'll be the Cowboys and Saints from the Superdome on Thursday night football. And then next week, as mentioned earlier as well, we'll have Tampa Bay and Atlanta, the Cardinals and Bears. Chargers will head to Cincinnati. Vikings and Lions. Giants, Dolphins. Eagles, Jets. Colts and Texans. Skins and Raiders. Jags and these LA Rams. Baltimore in Pittsburgh. San Francisco at Seattle, and Denver, Kansas City will be Sunday night next week once again. And then next Monday night will be the Patriots and Bills on Monday Night Football, with these Packers going to be on a bye next week as well. So, yeah, back to it. Yeah, look at the total yardage and the time possession. Under a minute for the Rams with 0 yards. There's their first 2 yards of this whole second half, 13 minutes into this third quarter, with 2:22 to play in the third quarter. We got a kickoff return for a touchdown, 99 yards for the Vikings to cut the lead, or their deficit only to 5, 31-26. And then the passing complete on 2nd and 7 from Stafford, intended for Van Jefferson, 3rd down and 7. Time possession, under a minute compared to the Green Bay's 12 minutes or so. And then total yardage, 3 total yards the second half compared to almost 100 for the Green Bay Packers right now. Just, yeah, and that fell incomplete. Hit him in the damn helmet, for God's sakes. And his name's not David Tyree, so he couldn't one-hand it and bring it in for a catch by any means. But now 3rd and 7, Kupp going to be in motion. Ball at the 28. Trips in a bunch now, top of your screen. Stafford looking to throw. And he's going to go down to the sack. No, he gets rid of it, and it's picked off. I'm betting you any money right now he wish he would have took the sack, and it's going to be returned for a touchdown. 36-17 Green Bay, pending the extra point. So that's the second pick six we've seen today from games I've had the honor to call, with both home teams now going to be blown out their opponents, as this will be a 20-point lead towards the end of the third quarter for Green Bay, with the kick maybe up and good. We'll see. But, yeah, bet you any money he's probably regretting not taking the sack and not throwing that football. He threw it, and it was picked off. Intended for Kupp, and the Packers return it for 6 from about 30 yards deep. And the Lambeau leap. And Matthew Stafford, just as he did in Detroit playing the NFC North, returns to Lambeau, and his exit will be another loss. And yeah, this game for the most part is going to be over. There's no chance in hell that the Rams get back and within reach. I mean, they might score a few more points, but they haven't shown me anything here today, at least in the second half, to get back in. It's been a tale of two halves, even though Green Bay and the Rams, they traded shots in the first half and they led at halftime. Green Bay's owned this third quarter. They've taken full control, full advantage, and driven themselves into full gear and a potential win against the Rams. And they've already defeated the 49ers, the Seahawks. That was in Rodgers' return a couple weeks back. Remember, they went to Arizona on Thursday night, won that game too. Green Bay to sweep the NFC West and shutting out the Seahawks 17-0, up 20 late third quarter. Going to go for 2 here from the 3. And Rodgers fakes it, slant over the middle, incomplete. So 2-point attempt, no good. 36-17, so it's a 19-point lead with 1:52 to play in the third quarter. No, but they go to San Fran on a Sunday night. And they win that on a game-winning field goal. Rodgers got him in field goal range, 2 plays as time expired, and Crosby from 50-plus out and the win. Rodgers hugging it out with one of the officials. Rodgers wanted a PI on the defense. Didn't get it. Slant over the middle, incomplete. So 2-point, no good. 36-17 your score. Green Bay on top with the Rams. 1:52 to play here in the third quarter. But other than they, remember, beat the Cardinals on the road on Thursday night. They went to San Fran and Arizona in prime time and won both with seconds to play. And then shut out the Seahawks 17-0 a couple weeks back. And now they're up 19 in the third quarter. The NFC West arguably is the toughest division in football right now. And they're going to sweep them this year. 4-0. With a win over San Fran, a win over Arizona, a win over Seattle, and a win over the Rams today if this holds. Muffed kickoff return, and out to the 20. It'll be 1st and 10 LA from there. LA is just, I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're just shooting themselves in the foot. And, okay, they're right now, they'll be okay come playoff time if they even make the playoffs at this rate. If they keep it up, they won't, but they'll be okay. They're just in a slump right now. It all started, I feel, on Sunday night when they lost to the Titans a couple weeks back. And, they lost to the 49ers on Monday night, and now here today, right there with Green Bay, and then the Packers just take over in the third quarter, and they haven't looked back. So, 1 yard run by Henderson, but they're going to have to start playing their best football here before too long. Remember, this very Sunday last year, we had the Super Bowl preview of Kansas City and Tampa Bay. Met in Tampa twice. They split. Of course, the Bucs won the Super Bowl. But Kansas City won the first game, and that was this Sunday last year. Of course, these two teams can meet at the latest the NFC Championship game because they're both in the NFC. But then the Rams and Chargers out in LA host Super Bowl this year. So there's a lot still to figure out, but Tampa last year, with how the Rams are playing or not, even the Titans, they could be a Super Bowl matchup. That was a preview game a couple weeks back down at that rate. They just cut Peterson, though. Who knows when Derrick Henry's going to be returning. But there's a lot of good teams playing damn good football right now. There's a few teams that have been playing damn good football, but they're in a slump. They'll get out of it eventually, just a matter of when. And then when they do, it's like, oh, well, they're back. Or are they back? When, they never really left. They were just, having a few down weeks. But what I'm getting at is Stafford almost throws an interception. Incomplete, and it'll be third down, third and long. Second down, second and 10. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. 36-17 Green Bay. From the 34, Stafford. They like this trips in a bunch. At least today they have. Top of your screen. Stafford over the middle, complete to Jefferson. He's really been the only receiver he's been able to throw to all day. It's like start covering him and then keep doing what you're doing to Cup, and you'll shut him down for good then. Higbee's not doing jack shit. He haven't got the ball at tight ends enough, not run the ball enough either. And defense has given up everything they gave up to Rodgers and the Packer offense so far, plus the pick six. End of the third quarter, on 3rd and 1, they hand off 1st and 10. So they'll begin the fourth and final quarter to play with the 1st and 10 out near midfield. But the Rams trail 36-17 at the Green Bay Packers here this afternoon. And once again, thank you for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe as always on social media. Links in the description below. That thumbs up button. Share, hashtag NFL, hashtag Rams, hashtag Packers. Chat questions or comments, super chat, super stickers. Always greatly appreciated as well. But if you're playing your best football this time of year and you get hot come playoff time, you're going to make a run, no doubt about it, unless you get upset. But as mentioned just a second ago, look at Tampa last year. They had lost to the Chiefs this very weekend, then had a bye, and then they didn't lose until they lost for the first time earlier this year at the Rams. As they went, of course, over the Super Bowl, we all know that, and won, Brady in number 7, et cetera, rest is history, into this year for 2021 with the return from COVID. But everybody's up and down. Everybody's middle of the pack. I've been saying this for a few weeks now. There's a few teams that stand out. Okay, there's a few teams, their season's over with, even though they're going to continue to play. They're done for. There's a few teams that stand out, okay, 8-9 wins. And a few that maybe are surprising a little bit, but not really. And then everybody else, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins. And there's still a lot of football left to be played. So, of course, until then, we'll see what the hell happens. That's why it's decided out in the field. Not played on paper, played on the field. whatever happens, happens. And see if Green Bay can just close this game out here shortly, or if the Rams are going to come back and make it a ball game with, who knows how much time remaining on the clock at that point in time. But, I mean, 3 scores basically. They're down 19. I mean, Green Bay went for 2 to make it a 21-point lead, but no good. So instead of 38-17, 36-17, we'll begin the fourth quarter play. But, yeah, they completely just owned that third quarter, the Packers did, no doubt about it. Stafford, 12-22, only 172 and 2 scores, has a pick 6. Whereas Rodgers, 24-37, 277 and 2 scores as well, plus a rushing touchdown. Okay? So there's 3 there, the pick 6 plus the 3 field goals. And they're shutting out these Rams in the second half. 1st and 10, Stafford going to go deep. Has a man. There's Odell Beckham Jr., and he's going to walk into the end zone for 6. Touchdown, L.A. The former Giant Brown, who almost went to Green Bay, now with the Rams. 54-yard strike. They're going to go for 2. Make it an 11-point deficit at 36-25. But if, of course, they don't get it, they'll still only be down 12. Or 13, excuse me. And, 2 touchdown deficit, needing 2 touchdowns in this fourth quarter to come back and make it a ball game then. So, yeah, go for 2. I mean, honestly, you don't need to because you just kick it. You're down 12. Play clock winding down. They don't get it all. That's delay a game. 5 yards. They're going to have to kick it now. They're not going to want to go for 2 back to the 7-yard line. You're going to have to kick it. Go down 12, 36-24. Touchdown, down by 5. Touchdown, you're in the lead if you hold. So, okay, you still want to go for 2, so be it. But you don't get it. You're down 13. But still 2 touchdowns is okay. Like, you're all right then at that point. Like, so this 2-point, it's, you want to go for it, okay, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. It's fine both ways. It's not going to make or break you at this point in time. But they're still going to go for 2 from the 7-yard line. Here's a 2-point attempt from the 7 to make it a 11-point deficit. Stafford, empty set, looking to throw over the middle, caught, but was Cooper Kupp in? They say yes. I think you had 1 foot down. I don't know about 2, but now it's 36-25 with 14:52 to play. And right on the money on a go route to Odell Beckham Jr. was the touchdown. Here's a replay of Cooper Kupp. Left foot in, drug the right. Okay, that's a successful conversion. 2-point from the 7-yard line. Good. And the Green Bay Packers now only lead by 11. It's 36-25. Go Pack Go over Rams House. Be sure to use those hashtags as well when you share on social media. But, okay, Stafford now 13-23 for 226. 3 touchdowns. 1 to Van Jefferson. That was from 79 yards out. 1 to Darrell Henderson from 6 yards out. And that to Odell Beckham Jr. from 54 yards out. So Stafford, 13 of 23, 226, 3 touchdowns, and a pick 6. Which really, you think about it, turnovers is the difference on the defensive score with give or take a field goal or 2 of Crosby's 3. Darrell Henderson has 13 carries, 44 yards rushing. Sonny Michel still only 3 for 14. And then Van Jefferson, 3 catches, 93 yards in the score, but 79 of those came on 1 pass. Cooper Kupp, 2 for 41. Odell Beckham Jr., 3 catches, 67 yards in the score, and 54 on that touchdown. Darrell Henderson, 3 for 11, and a touchdown as well. Sonny Michel, 1 catch, 11 yards, and Tyler Higbee, 1 for 3. And then Green Bay going to get the ball back here now, only with an 11-point lead, but it's still double digits. It's still 2 possessions. Fourth quarter, They'll have 2 timeouts, as do the Rams. Run the football. They're running the football better, in my opinion, compared to the Rams. Dillon, 12 carries, 41 yards. Aaron Jones, 10 for 23. So only about 10 more total yards as a team. But, you go by committee, your 2 backs, 12 and 10 carries for 64 yards. Rodgers also has a carry for a yard and a touchdown as well to begin the game. Whereas Henderson, 13 carries, 44 yards. So that's even with A.J. Dillon, but then Sony Michel, 3 for 14 compared to Jones is 10 for 23. Rodgers with the rushing touchdown. Both quarterbacks, 3 touchdowns apiece. Stafford 3 passing. Rodgers 2 passing and 1 rushing. Rodgers 24-37, 277 and 2 touchdowns. Dillon 12 for 41 on the ground. Jones 10 for 23 on the ground. And then Randall Cobb, along with Devontae Adams, have 95 yards receiving apiece. Cobb 4 for 95 in a score, and Adams 7 for 95. Marquez Valdez-Scantling 2 for 36. Amari Rodgers on the return, 1st and 10, Green Bay. Dillon 5 for 21. Alan Lazard. And A.J. Dillon also has a receiving touchdown, I might add, as well. Lazard 2 for 13. DeGuara 2 for 13 as well. Mercedes Lewis. Green Bay's getting everybody involved. So is L.A., but advantage Packers still because they're playing at home and they have an 11-point lead still. And until the Rams show me something again, just like they did on the last drive, they can get a stop, capitalize once they get the ball back on offense, cut this lead even more, a whole new ball game then, and they'll be back into that rate. So 1st and 10 from the 19. Rodgers looking to throw. Why are you fucking throwing? Run the damn fucking football. Pass near side, incomplete. Clock stops. 20 seconds into this 4th and final quarter play. Got a penalty flag. So dirty laundry is, but run the damn football. Got a personal foul. Roughing the passer on the Rams. That's on number 40, Von Miller, the former Bronco. And a late hit on Aaron Rodgers. And he's not going to agree with that. But, well, it was helmet to helmet, right to the left side of the face, the jaw of Aaron Rodgers under the face mask there, the crown of the helmet. And 15 yards automatic first down, and penalties and turnovers absolutely kill you. You got to play smart. See if Green Bay can take advantage of it. 1st and 10 from the 34. And then Rodgers going to hand off. Run the ball. Late penalty flag coming in from behind. This will probably even out. Maybe a make-up call, if you will, but it'll be a hold, 10 yards, replay the down, back of the 24, 1st and 20.
So they get 15 and give 10 back. Give 10 back, and Von Miller didn't come off the edge quite like I was expecting.
Yeah, that's a hold, because it was a handoff to Jones, and the hold with the center holding, of course, the defensive lineman there, but the hold was right there on the run. Like, if he doesn't hold him, he doesn't break the hole. So now 1st and 20. From the 24, Rodgers complete to 83, Marquez Valdez-Scantling for about those 10 yards almost back to the 32 and a half. Be second down, second about 12.
He'll take 2 more just like it.
Yep. Why not? Why wouldn't you? So 2nd and 12. Empty set, 13 and a half to play. Rodgers complete. Out of bounds goes Marquez Valdez-Scantling again. And they'll have a 3rd and medium, about 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, depending on the spot there. 3rd and 6, okay. Work this clock, run the damn football. I'd run a screen right now on 3rd and 6 now in Green Bay. Run a tight end screen. They might take a deep shot, but I'd run a tight end screen. Rodgers over the middle, a little too high. He goes for Marquez Valdez-Scantling again. It's incomplete. 4th down, there's a penalty flag on the play, though. And the Packers might luck out and get another 1st down. Holding offense. Penalties decline. 4th down. Rams getting the ball back. So it'll be 4th and 6. Which is a good decision to decline it because you're going to get the ball back rather than having 3rd and 16 and go for it. Or convert then, and then you're still out there on defense. So a couple holdings hurt Green Bay. But then what the fuck, Aaron Donald? Can't try to choke slam somebody. And the punt's almost blocked. And then Cooper Kupp's going to let it roll. And it's going to take a Packer bounce to the 1-yard line. 1st and 10, Green Bay from there. To LA, down 11 is going to have to drive the length of the field. 1st and 10, down here in the 4th quarter. A 61-yard punt. 1st and 10 from the 1 when we come back. Wow. Good punt. Always got to rely on your special teams there, folks. So, we'll get back to it here in a minute.
Let's go to Diane.
Can you tell us what's happening? Yeah, I got the awesome new iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods and T-Mobile's paying for both. Oh, and I get a free year of Apple TV Plus. And this is for new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers like me. Back to you.
Hey,
Hello?
we're going to T-Mobile. Upgrade the iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods both on us. This week only at T-Mobile.
My first time in New York City.
Oh, you're going under there with that sister. Run away with me. Keep away from him.
I'm gonna think for myself. Now you sound like a real American.
Rated PG-13, only in theaters. This holiday season, give your family the gift that keeps them going.
Energizer Bunny?
Energizer Ultimate Lithium. The #1 longest lasting AA battery.
It's Kohl's Super Cyber Monday. Earn $15 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. Take an extra 20% off plus an extra $10 off for rewards members. It's a Ninja Foodie for $119.99. Up to 30% off Lego and 40% off denim. Shop Super Cyber Monday at Kohl's.
You fired up the grill for 1 hot dog? Seriously?
Hot dogs better with Pepsi. Super handheld all-wheel drive.
Three layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat, and the pizza plus another pizza. Triple cheese box, only from Pizza Hut. Odell Beckham with a heat on his back, trying to switch up. Got a hit early in the game, and it's coming up that 54-yard touchdown catch.
1st and 10 for the Rams from the 1-yard line after the punt being downed. Inside the 5. Van Jefferson going to be in motion. Stafford under center. He'll hand off. Henderson up the middle. They get some breathing room to the 5. They're down 11 here in the 4th quarter. 36-25. Packers are just now tuning in. 12.5 to play. 20-17 at halftime. Green Bay dominated the 3rd quarter. Missed a 2-point attempt. And then LA scored, went for 2, got it. 36-25 is where we stand. Complete the cup out past the 15 of the 19, 1st and 10. So even some more breathing room now. And I mean, if they go 99 on the road in the cold against the Packers, you know, somebody who's, I mean, first half wise is back and forth, but the second half, 3rd quarter, up until that last touchdown drive, holding them. Stafford going to step up down the middle, has a man incomplete, intended for Jefferson at the 40. And late penalty flag? No. Incomplete, 2nd and 10, okay. I mean, credit to him then at that point, you know. But you just got to continue to play smart. You still got time and timeouts. Get yourself back in this game. And because you got a 2-point and they didn't, that might be the difference when it comes down to it. You know, because 2 touchdowns right now is going to win you this game if you can hold on defense. But you got to continue to move the ball here. And, I mean, time possession, Green Bay's winning that battle, but even the turnover battle as well. And both teams undefeated when they win that. But got to work this clock a little bit. Run the football. Find a running game. Neither team really does. But now 3rd and 3, as OBJ going to trot back out on the field. Had a 54-yard catch and run for a touchdown on the last drive. Arguably his biggest play of the season, regardless of the team he's played on. But big impact tonight for him and the LA Rams. But now 3rd and a long 3. More of a 3rd and 4 from the 25. Stafford going to go deep, far side, and intended for OBJ, and it's incomplete. 4th down, they'll punt. So now it's going to back and forth turn into punt contest. And still, once again, advantage Green Bay. They have the lead. They're playing at home. They have one less turnover. The pick 6 is the difference right now. It is. Along with maybe a field goal or 2 from Crosby's 3. But then if this comes down to the made and missed 2-point attempt with the Rams, if they can drive and score 2 more touchdowns, okay, so be it. But ball going to bounce out of bounds at the 33, it looks like. 1st and 10 Green Bay from there. 10:49 to play, up 11, 36-25. But Green Bay now, at this rate, run the damn ball. Run this clock out and win. You have a lead. They score here. I mean, hell, they took up half the quarter to begin the second half. 7.5-minute drive. There's 10:49 to play. If they can do that again and score, let alone a field goal, hell, even a touchdown, the game's over. So LA is going to have to step up on defense this drive if they're going to want to get back in this game. 1st and 10, Packers from the 33. Rodgers going to hand off A.J. Dillon 2, maybe 3 yards. Powell still going. 2 yards officially to the 35. 2nd down and 8.
He's in the middle of it throughout, and that's why I say now the Packers, with the game where it is, I mean, they'd sure like to be able to turn and hand it to A.J. Dillon and play smash-mouth football. Neither team has run the ball all that effectively here in this game tonight.
Another handoff to A.J. Dillon. And Dillon for 5. Be 3rd down and 3. Under 10 to play. Keep running the damn football. 3rd and short. I mean, run it, but go back to your damn tight ends. It sucks they don't have Tunyon, but get them more involved here. I mean, Adams has had a quiet second half. He has. Devontae Adams. Even Randall Cobb. It's been a lot of Marquez Valdez-Scantling and Alan Lazard, even though Cobb and Adams have 95 yards receiving. 3rd and 3, Rodgers going to throw. Complete near side. There's St. Brown on a catch. He had the catch earlier. They said incomplete. They punted. Remember the fumble, and then they capitalized with a field goal. Anyway, so. Plus they scored again, went for 2, didn't get it, so. This game's been just crazy, back and forth. 2 of the best offenses just showing out with 2 of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
8th different receiver
1st and 10. Back to the running game. They're going to run on 1st and 2nd, work the clock, not snap it on the play clock till there's 2 seconds. Another handoff, A.J. Dillon. He didn't get drilled. No gain on the play. Stuff the line of scrimmage. They can take this down to under 8 minutes to play now before they have to snap it again, and then they'll have a 3rd down. Keep in mind, timeouts, L.A. and Green Bay only have 2 remaining. Convert on 3rd down, just keep chugging along. Maybe another hold up front. They didn't call that. Holding happens on every play to begin with. As a matter of fact, they called it as a penalty. Okay. If not, don't. Timeout. Play clock winding down. Lazard was in motion, but a timeout by Green Bay. So 7:56. Make sure you have everything set. You don't want to do anything stupid by any means. So, yeah. 2nd down and 11 officially. Timeout Green Bay. They'll have 1 left. Up 11, 36-25. And we'll get to see Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
Here's that time we've seen a couple already. Long drives by the Green Bay Packers trying to put together another one. And if they do that here, they're really going to...
What did I just say? If they can go what they did, before the Rams got the ball for the first time in this 3rd quarter, in the 2nd half, now in the 4th quarter. Big drive. Game's over if they score. Took up half the quarter. Scored a touchdown. And then it slowed down a little bit, but still back and forth. Not as high power as it was the first half by any means, but still a damn good game here. Damn good game. And we're catching only the 2nd half of this, even though we saw the 2 opening drives to begin the game in the previous live stream, so be sure to check that out. But, of course, due to timing, Rodgers going to go deep, 2nd and 11, gets drilled and out of bounds, incomplete intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's going to get up. He's a little sore, though. And 3rd down, 3rd and 11. Yeah, he took a shot. Boom, Von Miller from behind. And then he realizes it was incomplete. He's going to limp back out onto the field. 3rd and 11. Yeah, the toe. Totally forgot about that after the start. Now 3rd and 11. Play clock winding down again. I don't get why you're throwing deep. Should be trying to stay inbounds. But you want to try to seal it. All right, Rodgers going to throw it out of bounds, and you got a flag. It's incomplete, 4th and 11, but we'll see what the dirty laundry is. If it's against LA, it's going to be an automatic 1st down probably. And the offense is going to come out, so it's against the Packers, holding 10 yards, penalties undeclined. 4th down, and they're on to punt again. So punt contest this 2nd half. For the most part, Rodgers going to limp off. But he's okay. He'll be all right. Yeah, it's a punt contest. I mean, what? A touchdown apiece, but a little slower than what it was. It's really slowed down. But Green Bay is holding on. LA on offense now going to have to do something. Punt's almost blocked again. They get it off, see if they can down them inside the 5. No, it's going to go out of bounds around the 15. Actually, at the 21 is where they spotted out of bounds at 1st and 10 Rams from there with 7:36 to play. But this is the All Madden special they're going to air on Christmas. Yeah.
He saw maybe some of himself in me.
That's going to be good. I'd say so. First and 10, 10 yards to the 30.
First down, there's a relationship that develops with these longtime quarterbacks that meet with these broadcast crews.
Yeah.
Even Todd Brewer, the relationship with Malcolm started and endured as well. Stafford backs up on first down.
Stafford, far side, incomplete. Higbee got tangled up with the defender. 2nd and 10. They got to score on this drive. Even if they get a field goal, okay, they're down by 8. They'll still need a touchdown and 2-point down at that point. They need a touchdown on this drive if they want to get back in within reach. And then you got a decision to make on, whether you're going to kick it or go for 2. You probably just kick it. Because another touchdown, would win it for you then at that rate. Rams want a flag. They're not going to get it. There was a lot of contact, but probably a good no call. They were bumping in, rubbing each other, but yeah, that's a drop by Van Jefferson. It's right on the money from Stafford. Caught it and dropped it, incomplete. 3rd and 10 from the 30. Stafford going to step up, and he's going to go down the sack back to the 21-yard line, the original line of scrimmage of this drive. And that might do it, to be honest with you. Under 7 minutes to play. 4th and long. They're not going to go for it. 4th and 18. They're going to have to punt. Because you go for it, don't get it, you're giving them a chip shot field goal to seal it. Touchdown for sure wins it. You're going to have to get the hell off the field on defense quick and make a stop. Now, if Green Bay can drive, take time off this clock, run the football, shank on a punt out of bounds at the 45-yard line, so good starting field position for the Packers. Up 11, 36-25, 6:24 to play. Yeah, this game's over as it sits, I feel like. There's no way, unless something crazy happens, the Rams are coming back to win this game. Even if the Packers have to punt, they haven't been able to move now after they're back to how they were playing in the third quarter. They had one good drive the second half, and that was it.
Kingsley Kiki, that's the game they run. And then he winds up getting matched up one-on-one on Corbett, the right guard, and he wins. And when they needed to play, he made it. Clark with 5 tackles in the game, and now a sack, his 4th of the year. The bad punt.
Hand off to A.J. Dillon. Rams with 2 timeouts. That 3rd timeout might come back to bite them, like I said earlier. On that 4th down, and they still got it. And Green Bay's... Yeah, Green Bay with the win would get to 9-3 in a bye week. LA 7-4 win over Jacksonville next week probably. It'll be all right. Now if they lose Jacksonville, okay, the sky's fucking falling then at that point. But they're going to work this clock. Question is, when is LA going to start calling their timeouts? With a 2-minute warning to come as well. But Green Bay, of course, has some good starting field position right now. And 2nd and 9. Slant complete to Devontae Adams and a Packer first down into Ram territory at the 43, excuse me. I think Sean McVay knows that this game's over because they can't move it on offense. I mean, it was a deep ball, 54 yards. It wasn't like they, drove into the red zone and ended up scoring. It's a deep ball, and they got lucky on it. Other than that, they haven't done jack shit the Rams in the second half now. Like, this is able to drive the ball with what Green Bay's doing in the second half on a touchdown drive. And then now this right now, running the football, balanced, run to pass, pass to run. Dillon on the give, and then he's brought down after about 7, maybe 7.5, 8, depending on the spot. It'll be 2nd and short. Just keep running. Left fractured pinky toe. They're on a bye next week. I doubt he'd get surgery. Because a foot injury, you're getting surgery in the season, you're probably going to be done for because you're going to be in a walking boot for how many weeks? He'll have to play through it. Hand off to Dillon. And A.J. Dillon gonna bulldoze his way for a first down. Just boom, putting the Rams on their ass. Lowers his shoulder and keeps trucking. A.J. Dillon. A lot like another former Packer running back. And Najee Davenport. Hell, half you out there probably know who the hell Najee Davenport is. From the 30, 1st and 10. And another give to Dillon. And 3, maybe 4 yards up the middle.
The Green Bay Packers' 6th stock sale has continued this week. Just over 1 week into the sale, more than 138,000 shares have been sold.
We'll update some final stats and scores here in a minute. 3:23 to play. 2nd and 7. Rams with a timeout. We got the other 2 games with the Chargers and Broncos and Vikings, 49ers. San Fran up 34-26. And the Broncos beat the Chargers 28-13. So now they're both 6-5. That AFC West is getting a little tighter. Chiefs on a bye, so they'll stay put. But the Raiders won, and the Broncos just beat the Chargers. So 3 6-5 teams in the AFC West. And then, 34-26, 2 minutes to play. San Francisco up on Minnesota, and then here we are, 3:20 to play. Dillon on the give up the middle again. Be 3rd down about 5, probably timeout again by the Rams, if I'd have to guess. All Hall of Famers, except for Tony Mandrich. Yeah. Timeout LA, 3rd and 4 for the Packers. They show a graphic of Troy Aikman almost being a Packer, but he was a Cowboy. And how about them Cowboys? They lost on Thanksgiving again for the 3rd time in 4 years. Did win 3 Super Bowls, but Dallas really hasn't been relevant since he left. So similar scores here by a point apiece, 34-26 and 36-25. San Francisco up on Minnesota. Touchdown and a 2-point to tie it. But now 3rd and 4, they say incomplete. And it'll be 4th down for Green Bay, if I'm not mistaken. 10 for Devontae Adams. Yeah, that ball hit the ground, incomplete. 4th and 4, 3:09 to play. LA doesn't have any timeouts, so they got to use the sideline, of course, but they haven't been able to do anything in the second half other than the touchdown drive. They went for 54 yards from Stafford to Beckham Jr. anyway, so it's not like they can move the football, unlike the Packers. Well, in the meantime, Crosby's on for a field goal from about 42 yards. Snap, hold, kick, all good. Oh, he doinks it off the left upright right at the last second. No good. Wow. And Packer fans can't believe it. The wind, what did I say about the wind? It was good. It was right down the middle and right at the last second. Hooked left and doinked it off the left upright. Hey, Aikman, why don't you say doink again like you did on Thursday? That was a doink. Right off the helmet. No good. Crosby with his 9th missed field goal this year, most in the NFL, and still 36-25. 3:05 to play. Rams still have no timeouts though. So they got to go, and they got to be fast and quick about this and get the ball back and score again. complete to Beckham, and then he's brought down after an 8-yard completion. Be second down and 2. And now Stafford looking to throw again, complete the Kupp. Cooper Kupp first down. So first and 10 for LA with 2:39 to play, down 11. Ball at the 46. Another empty set, 5 wide. Stafford complete. Odell Beckham Jr. to the 48. 6, maybe 7 if he's lucky enough. Second short. Well, they'll get it off again, I'd say, before a 2-minute break. But with 2 minutes to play, they're either going to have a third down or a first down. They're empty set. First and 10. No, it's incomplete. Third down. 3rd and 3. Well, with the incompletion, still 2:12 to play, so I'll have to snap it once more. So the 2-minute break, they're now going to have either first down or fourth down and then a decision to make. And, of course, you've got to go for it at that rate. Down 11, and even no timeouts and no time remaining, basically. If Green Bay can hold on these 2 plays, turnaround downs, game's over. Stafford on 3rd and 3, going to hand off. Henderson gets a first down. So they run a draw to the 40. He gets a first down. Okay, good play call. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. Rams are going to have a 1st and 10. Down 11 at the Green Bay Packers. Your score, 36-25. Aaron Rodgers, 28 of 45 for 370 yards passing. Has 2 passing touchdowns, also a carry for a yard, and a rushing touchdown. A.J. Dillon, 20 carries, 69 yards rushing. Aaron Jones, 10 of 23 in his return from injury. Devontae Adams, 8 catches, a $104 receiving. Randall Cobb, 4 for 95 in the score. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 4 for 50. A.J. Dillon also has 5 catches, to go along with his 20 carries, 69 yards rushing, 5 catches, 21 yards receiving, and a touchdown. Alan Lazard, 2 for 13. Josiah DeGuardo, 2 for 13 as well. St. Brown, 1 for 7. And Mercedes Lewis, 2 catches, 4 yards. And then Stafford, right now, with 2 minutes to play, Rams down 11, 1st and 10 when we return in Packer territory from inside the 40. Stafford, 1934 for 277 yards passing. 3 touchdowns. Exception was a pick 6. Darrell Henderson, 15 carries, 55 yards. So Michelle still pie, 3 for 14. Van Jefferson, 3 catches, 93 yards, and a score. Odell Beckham Jr. leading the Rams in receiving. Van Jefferson leading the team in receiving. 3 for 93 and a touchdown, but 79 was on 1 play. And the score. Odell Beckham Jr., same thing. 5 for 81 in the touchdown, but 54 was on the touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 5 for 71. Darrell Henderson, 4 for 18 in a score. Sonny Michel, 1 for 11, and Higbee has a catch for 3 yards. And keep in mind, turnovers. 2-1 advantage for the Packers. And both of these teams are, in fact, undefeated when they win the turnover battle. So, 36-25 your score with 2 minutes to play. Ram football, 1st and 10, down 11.
Week 12 continues tonight on NBC and with Monday Night Football on ESPN. Then Week 13 kicks off with Thursday Night Football in New Orleans. Stream games on mobile with the Yahoo Sports and NFL apps.
And go back to that graphic they showed. Just imagine if Troy Aikman was a Packer and got drafted by the Cowboys number 1. You know, Brett Favre would have never been traded from Atlanta to Green Bay, maybe somewhere else. But then who knows if they draft Rodgers to come in to replace Favre at some point in time. Almost picked off. Higbee's got to come for that football. Green Bay jumped the route, almost picked it off, dropped it incomplete, 2nd down and 10. That almost sealed it for the Packers. You got to catch that. Oh my God, and that's another pick 6 down the far sideline. Stafford knocked down as well, but now 2nd and 10. And Stafford complete to Cooper Kupp. He's going to get a 1st down. 11-yard reception. Ball at the 30. Clock's rolling. They don't have any timeouts. You got to get the hell out of bounds. 1st and 10. You got to go. You got to go. Stafford ends up throwing it incomplete, intended for Van Jefferson. Be 2nd and 10 from the 30. They show their graphic for Sunday Night Football. Coming up about 40 minutes or so, Cleveland and Baltimore from M&T Bank. Second and 10, 125 from the 30. Another empty set, 5 wide. Rams down 11, 36-25 your score. They jump off sides before the false start. That's encroachment. That's into the neutral zone. That's 5 yards on the Packers. That's an offside. They say false start. That was an offside. If I'm LA, I'm pissed about that. I mean, that can go either way. They called false start. I mean, it was both, but that was an offside more so than not. It was offside first. But crowd into it, and they get LA to commit a false start even though it was an offside. They got lucky on that one. So 2nd and 15. Yeah, Matt LaFleur, you see him down at the bottom of your screen. They actually zoom in on him now, but he's been trying to get this crowd pumped up this whole entire drive, and they are loud. 2nd and 15 back at the 35. Another empty set, 5 wide. Stafford complete to Cooper Kupp again. They're finally getting him the football more today after I said that earlier. And he's going to continue to push his way for 14 to the 21 with 1:11 to play. They have no timeouts, though. Clock's rolling. You got to get up there and go. You got to spike it if you're going to take it out. Well, it's 3rd and 1. He's short. Under a minute to play now. You got to hurry the hell up. You're wasting too much damn time. Handoff on a draw and nowhere for him to go. 4th and 1, and here's your ball game coming up. Henderson, nowhere for him to go. You can't spike it now. You have no timeouts. They're going to rush the field goal unit on. They're going to rush the field goal unit on with 38 seconds and counting now, and then make it onside kick, score, go for 2 to tie this game up at 36. And that one timeout's coming back to bite them in the ass right now that they called on the Packer 4th down and they still scored on anyway. Kick's going to be up and good. Okay. 39-yard field goal up and good. So 36-28. 18 seconds to play. Rams now with a onside kick to come. If they convert, they'll need a touchdown and a 2-point to tie up the force overtime. If not, Green Bay wins. Go, Pat, go. The refs talking with some offensive linemen on the false start, even though it was an offside, and Green Bay lucked out on it. I mean, you see the replay. Green Bay was clearly offside. They jumped. 36-28. 18 seconds to play here.
Aaron Rodgers, another 300-yard day, 2 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown.
So here's the onside kick to stay alive. If not, Green Bay is going to win it. And now we're going to have a Packer timeout. Looks like they're going to watermelon kick it. Sitting the ball down on its bottom rather than up and down when you kick off. And you just got to get a good bounce on it and be there to recover it. Onside kicks are a dime a dozen anymore. They're very hard to come by.
The Green Bay Packers trying to go to 9-3 as they head into their body. You know who needs credit is Brian Gutekunst, the fourth-year general manager. They're certainly taking on his fair share of criticism, but the depth of what they've got on their offensive line, the drafting of A.J. Dillon, which a lot of people weren't thrilled about at the time. He looks like a star in the making. There's a lot here for Matt.
So no T, watermelon kick on the onside kick. It's got to go 10 yards. Big block. Holy fuck. They drilled him. And then the Packers recover anyway because it still didn't go 10 yards. And he's hurt. Holy shit, he got fucking leveled. He gets up. Looks like he'll be all right. He's just got the wind knocked out of him. Watch this replay, though. It didn't even go 10 yards to begin with. And then, boom. That's helmet to helmet, too. Why isn't that a penalty? Any other time it would have been. Actually, well, it was more shoulder to helmet. Okay, watching that. And then the Packers recover, 1-0 down. Game's over here. Packers are going to win it 36-25 over the LA Rams. They'll get to 9-3 in their bye week next week. LA falls to 7-4. They'll host the Jaguars. Matthew Stafford in a loss as Aaron Rodgers will take one final kneel down. Finished 21-38 for 302 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. That was a pick 6. That really ended up being the difference. The turnover. And the Packers win the turnover battle. They'll stay undefeated in that category. There's your knee. And the Packers win 36-25 over the visiting Rams. Rodgers gets the best of Matthew Stafford once again. There's OBJ and Rodgers hugging it out with Sean McVay and Matt LaFleur as well. So post-game coming up, but your final score, and the pick 6 was the difference. It was. With everything else that happened. They lose by 8. That's a touchdown and a 2-point. I mean, credit. Okay. Green Bay put themselves in that situation because they went for 2 and didn't get it. But kick it, go for 2 and get it. It's 9-10 point game, and you know they're not kicking a field goal there and an onside kick to get back in it to try to score and go for 2 and tie it up then. But the defensive turnover, the pick 6 was the difference. It was final score wise. You look at it that way with everything else that happened. But I mean, the first half back and forth battle settled down in the second half, but Green Bay took control. They took up half of the third quarter on their opening drive, scored, and really after that didn't look back. Rodgers had 2 passing touchdowns, had a rushing touchdown. They had a pick 6, and then missed 2-point, but Crosby had a few field goals, missed one as well that would have sealed it for sure, but yeah, the pick 6 was the difference. It was 36-28, and an interception return for a touchdown from Stafford lost them the game in the end. Stafford finished 21-38 for 302 yards passing, 3 passing touchdowns, and the interception, which was his return for a touchdown. Green Bay ran the ball better when they needed to late, ultimately won in the game as well. Darrell Henderson only 16 carries for 55 yards rushing. Sonny Michel 3 for 14, whereas Rodgers was 28 for 45, 307 yards, and 2 passing touchdowns. Had a carry for a touchdown as well. A.J. Dillon 20 for 69. Aaron Jones 10 for 23. Dillon also had 5 catches, 21 yards receiving, and a touchdown. However, LA receiving Van Jefferson, 3 catches, 93, and a score, 79 of those on a touchdown. Odell Beckham Jr., 5 for 81 and a score, 54 of those on a touchdown. Cooper Kupp had 7 catches for 96 yards, so balance all around from both these quarterbacks dishing out to their playmakers, no doubt about it. But then Darrell Henderson had 4 catches, 18 yards and a score. Michelle, 1 for 11. Tyler Higbee. Neither team really got tight ends involved a whole hell of a lot, but 1 catch, 3 yards. Mercedes Lewis, 2 for 4, and Josiah DeGuaya, 2 for 13. Devontae Adams had 8 catches, 104 receiving yards. General Cobb, 4 for 95 and a touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 4 for 50. A.J. Dillon, 5 for 21 and a score. Allen the Lizard, Lazard, 2 for 13. Josiah DeGuaro as well, 2 for 13. St. Brown, 1 for 7. Mercedes Lewis, 2 for 4. And Rogers, with his broken toe and all, had 3 touchdowns compared to Stafford's 3 touchdowns, but he didn't turn the ball over compared to Stafford's pick 6, and that was the difference in a 8-point win. 36-28 your final score as the Packers get to 9-3. Bye week next week. Rams fall to 7-4. They'll host the Jaguars next Sunday. So that'll do it for myself, your host, Encyclopedia Sports, and once again, thank you for tuning in and listening. And as always, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. But a back and forth potential NFC Championship preview. These 2 teams met in the playoffs last year. Green Bay won then. Green Bay wins once again at home today. Your final score again. Packers win it by 8 over the LA Rams from frozen tundra of Lambeau Field by a final score of 36-28.